Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi ta'ala wabarakatuh. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to my tutorial about our Linux program. This is the final tutorial about HAB. We talked about many details the previous tutorials from the beginning of this course on my YouTube channel, and I think that we did a great job together here. HAB tutorial in English. Find many tutorials in details, okay, from the weather up to the lead and the energy analysis or energy modeling, okay. So you have here many project, okay. We talked about the weather. From the weather, we covered the weather, and then how to enter the spaces in details, and then generating the systems and reports, and then defining the plans and the buildings for the energy modeling. I talked about the project libraries, the schedules, walls up to the fuel rates. So all these things you'll find in my playlist or your playlist, okay. Also, for the people who want to get the weather for a location that is not you cannot find it from HAB library, so you can import a weather file. Azerbaijan weather file, okay. You will find it in Energy Plus. If you do not find it, you can get import the weather file. Found here ASHRI IWEC2, or it's like the Excel, I think, or IWC, or here are the Energy Plus, or USA TMY2, TMY3. Okay, LI WEC, IWEC, okay, or we can ASHRI weather. You can find climate data center for any country. Yes, weather data viewer in chapter 14, and here standards, building design standards, international weather for energy calculation. Here from 2016 ASHRI handbook. Okay, or please go to this website, IWEC2 weather files. Suppose that you wanna Azerbaijan. Okay, now showing, find number of stations found. Station here is Lan Karan. Yes, and then Karan weather. You can find some data, but of course you need to get the complete file. Here you will find it $40. You can purchase it. If you cannot get that file from any other website as a free file, okay, please, you have to ask your senior. If you need it very badly, please, you have to pay for it, because you will not be able to simulate get the simulations for your location, because it is not here. Okay, so gentlemen, I think it's not hard for you to get these things. You can get more websites, you can get the Excel file or any other file as a free file. Okay, so after reaching the energy modeling, we talked about the previous tutorial, we talked about the weather, and here we talked about the weather and the building. Now we're going to talk about the equipment and the utility rate. So you have here number of floors. Suppose that we have 2 stories. So we have here one floor, the second floor, free BLD1, building number 1, zone 1, building number 1, zone 2. Floor 1 has 1 zone, and floor 2 has the second zone. Okay, what if we have defined more than 3 stories or 6? Okay, delete, delete. Okay, and we have more zones. Let's make it again, building wizard. I'm gonna use another building just as an example. Okay, okay, here automatically you'll find these spaces. Equipment wizard, you'll find here many. Okay, we have 6. Floor 1 have this and this and this and this, and then floor 2, floor 3. So what if we have more than 2 stories? You will find here use typical intermediate floor. If you use typical, this means that this zone, it is we have many zones, but they are the same in the cooling loads. Okay, so no need to define it many times. Just make it in the intermediate. Intermediate, it means that this floor, it will be typical from, for example, from the first floor up to the 6th floor, or you have to check out exactly what's going on. So this is the intermediate floor from the first and up to the 6th, or maybe from the 2 up to the 6th. Okay, it's just a quick estimation. And here are the other zones, and maybe you have floor 1 and floor 6. Okay, notice that if you do not use the typical, you will find 2, 3, 4, 5. You have the same cooling load for many zones. No need to define them in floor 2, floor 3, floor 4, floor 5. Just make it as a typical floor. You'll find only floor 1 and floor 6, and here is from, if you have here the intermediate floor, yes, now I'm sure it will be from the second floor up to the 5th floor, but the zones in the floor 1 and floor 6 are different from them. Okay, it just you can get F1 and you can check out these details here. So if we have the same cooling loads for many zones, no need to get floor 1, 2, 3, 4, and 6. Just make it intermediate, and floor 1 will have some zones that are different in cooling loads, and floor 6 the same. Okay, so after finishing these things, okay, We have here the system. We have to get its name, and here the identifier. And if you wanna write any notes, also the rooftop units, air cooled, water cooled, and we talked about these things. And if you wanna get some help, please check out these details. We talked about these details in the previous tutorials. Notice that here the wizard screen is 1 to 1. If we make it chilled water AHUS, it will be 3. Why? Because we need to define the plant, chiller, and boiler. Also, if you have DX, it will be 2 wizards, 2 screens, and water source heat pump loop, also 2 screens, and 2 pipe fan coil units will be 3 screens, and so on. Okay, so according to the system, you'll find many details. So here at the rough top, you can use hot water or any of these choices as the heating type, and also the system type. You have to check out your system type and the configuration. 1 RTU per zone. Okay, you make it VAV, you will find 1 RTU per floor, per zone, or per building as you want. Also here the schedule, we talked about the schedules. Please check out the operating schedule, and anything you want to just click F1. Okay, and here is the equipment performance. Can make it AHRI CLG rating. Okay, here the performance and specify AHRI or ISO RI cooling performance rating in EER or SEER as applicable in English units, and here metric. Okay, for many things. Low A economizer if unused or non-integrated, integrated by dry bulb, integrated by enthalpy, and used or not used, the DC V controls, Kanda control, set demand controlled ventilation control, okay, and the indoor fan, or what is the type of the indoor fan, or can use ASHRAE 90.1 Appendix G fan curve, okay, you can get it. And here are the outdoor air and pH and CC cooling coil, and here are the plus supply fan, and here are the zones VAV. You'll find these things. If you click next, you will here have to get the boiler, also hot water or what. You have to check out this and one boiler or these the same things we talked in the previous tutorials. And here are the fuel or energy type, electric or fuel, and here are the user defined boiler efficiency and HW distribution. We also talked about these things in details, and here are the HWST reset control, and here is the service hot water. Okay, you can finish and you will be able to finish your system and plant. Also can, if we have here chilled water source, chilled water AUH, okay, HU. Here the chiller plant, you have a cooling tower, okay, and distribution system, temperature reset control, and condenser pump control, okay, and here are the fan 5000 water bypass or 2 speed fan 67% low speed, or these things. And here if we water side economizer, not use non-integrated water side economizer, integrated water side economizer. Okay, please, you have to fill these things, and the equipment WC centrifugal rotary screw up to AC packaged scroll. Okay, 2 chillers or 4 chillers equal size, 10 chillers, 12 chillers, and these things. If you click next, here is the boiler. Also the same things. You have to define these details in detail. Okay. After finishing this, also we have here, what if we you can hear this is a plant changeover or heat recovery. You will find many options according to look. Okay. Okay, if we make a previous split, what about the split? Is it the split? And also can click finish. DX. The same things, but you'll find another different option. Okay, according to the equipment type, you'll find some differences. Okay, if you have a cooling tower, gel well, surface water, dry cooler, fan cycling, and this kind of stuff. Okay, okay. If we click finish, you have the description of all the things that you have just input, and here the building floor 1, and here are the zones, and here the intermediate floor, and here is floor 6. Everything you can get at once, and also you can print it or save it to open to be opened using Microsoft Word. And here we have also you can get the utility electric rate, simple or detail. We talked about these things in details. Okay, and also you can get the customer charge, seasonal pricing, time of day pricing, flat prices or stepped prices for KWH blocks, 3 steps or 4 steps or what are these things, demand if you want, and here's CO2 emission. We talked about these details, so please, if you wanna get them, go to my playlist and check out the details. Okay, you make these things. Also you can change what you want to change, and your next. Also here the season, the period, the block size, and the price dollar per kilowatt hour, and the season period, block size, kilowatt. And you also that this is the demand, the demand charge, and the electric energy charge. Okay. Also, if you have reached it close, you have to check out these details. Okay, and peak months October, reached applies from 2, peak months from 2, and minimum demand. If you have minimum demand, you have to input. And just click finish, and here you have to define the electric rate. Exactly, detailed or simple. If you make it simple, you will find energy demand or CO2e emissions, or here the detailed. Okay, and here natural gas or fuel oil or propane if you want to make these things. Okay, so here are the fuel rates, gas rate, the gas rate according to your location. Make it here. Also here the unit of the measurement. We talked about these things, M3 or megajoule, I think, and your conversion factor, and the price, and CO2e emission. Also, we have here the remote steam rate. Okay, if you have here a remote steam rate, you can use also the units of measure and conversion factor and the price and CO2e emissions. If you don't want this, uncheck it. Okay, so after these things, you can click finish, and we have here the utility rate inputs in details. So now, gentlemen, let's make a quick wizard for wizard to be sure of what we have just done. Okay, the building, equipment, equipment. Okay, chilled water. Okay, next, add. Okay, cancel. The close and the utility. Great. Okay, simple, detailed. Just click finish, and here EL2, and here the utility rates, and click finish. In just less than 1 second, you'll find two plants and spaces and the weather, plants, and the building. If you if you are not be able to use the electric rates or the rates according to the your location, I think you have to make something that is like you as an approximation, or it doesn't matter, I think. Okay, so go to the system. Now you can get what you want. Okay, like what we have shown in the tutorials. Chiller, and here the plant, everything, you'll find it. And the boiler. Okay, for the building, review simulation results. So plant 1 of 2, task 2 simulating plant, here for the energy modeling. And here we go, the same things that we talked about for the energy analysis, same schedules, tables. Okay, so this is the what we have here. In just 5 minutes you can get all the details for your building. Just a quick estimation, so do not be very accurate. It will not, it doesn't matter here. So, ladies and gentlemen, we talked about our analysis program from scratch up to the using the wizards, and here you can find the user manuals, anything here. Thank you very much for watching my tutorials. Now it is your tutorials. They are your tutorials, and I wish you our luck wherever you go. Please, you have to keep learning online. You have to keep listening to the things that are important, that can be used to enhance your life. You can get some career or any career using your skills in learning. Thank you very much, and I really appreciate your emails and contacting with me through my YouTube channel, and I always in you with you. And if you face any problem, please contact with me as usual. And my recommendations is to keep learning, learn foreign languages, try to enhance your skills, do your best to make the world a better place. Thank you very much. And our plans, our future plans, I may upload tutorials about Revit for plumbing and firefighting. Also for energy modeling, we're gonna talk about Equest software. I talked about that previous tutorials. Equest as another Equest software, another yes, another software for energy modeling, energy simulation. It's a very good software and it's free of a charge. You can get it from this website. Okay, thank you very much, and wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.